Hello and welcome to our program Violence Free World. My name is Ile-Ife, and today I'm privileged to have a very special guest in the house. Very, very special guest. His Imperial Majesty, the Ooni of Ile-Ife, with whom we seek for eternal peace in Nigeria. Your Majesty, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right. We'll come right back and continue the conversation after this special report. Stay here.
Tonight, the NMVA, empowered by royal authority, is honoring 3 Nigerians. And of course, one of them an icon.
When His Imperial Majesty ascended the throne 1 year ago, he didn't mince word in making it clear to everyone that his will be a reign of peace. And every time you chat with him, even in the private, it's peace, 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 and of course, unity.
His Imperial Majesty Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, the Ooni of Ife's agenda for peace, and precisely the peace icons, finally manifested into a full-fledged event on 15 December at the Eco Hotels, Lagos, Nigeria. The high point of the event was a special recognition on Chief Emeka Anyaoku, former Commonwealth Secretary General, as a peace icon.
So tonight, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, my privilege to welcome on stage, to confer on these two as the title of Peace Ambassadors from the NMVA platform, the visionary for this Peace Ambassadors and Icon Award. Welcome with a standing ovation, His Imperial Majesty, Ooni Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi, Ojaja II, Ooni of Ife. Keep the applause coming. Make it louder. God bless you.
It's indeed a great honor to be in your midst tonight. But above all, I will give all the glory, I will give all the honor, and I will give all the adoration to the King of Kings. If you want to even catch me very well, just bring anything that has that undertone of peace to me. I will be an advocate of it.
Welcome the Right Honorable Chief Emeka Anyaoku, GCVO, CFR, CON. He led the Commonwealth as Secretary General for 10 years. In that time, he instituted sending his members of staff to countries around the world to monitor elections for peace sake. He ensures peaceful transitions across African countries. And only in 2015 in Nigeria, he ensured that the outgoing president and the incoming had a peaceful conversation to ensure we had a smooth transition. One more time, a round of applause for the Right Honorable Chief Emeka Anyaoku.
When I go hear English now, when I go believe as Commonwealth English, no be play.
It's a great honor to have such a great icon, not only in Nigeria, but the entire black race. Please, I want you to carefully study his resume. Chief Sir Emeka Anyaoku is over 80 years old. And he's still very active. And I will tell all of you the secret. The secret is very simple. He lives a very simple and peaceful life. A round of applause for him. A great privilege to have such an icon, not only in Nigeria, but all over the world. And on that note, on behalf of the entire youth of this country, we're giving you this award today as the custodian and the icon of peace, not only for the country of Nigeria, but for the entire black race and in total the entire human race. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're very.
Once again, I'd like to thank His Imperial Majesty and all those, including in particular, Kali, where is he? Kali, who have organized this. I will take this to heart, and I will regard it as a reward for my efforts last year. Some of you may remember that in January last year, as we were preparing for national elections, and the omens were rather frightening, that violence would mar the elections, I and Kofi Annan, my good friend and former Secretary General of the United Nations, called together, and I chaired a workshop of all the presidential candidates, including President Jonathan, aspiring President Buhari, and all the others, 12 of them. And I got them to sign what was called Abuja Accord. And every one of them signed the accord, and the essence of the accord was to commit them to violence-free campaigns, and also, more importantly, to accepting the result of the elections. So, Your Imperial Majesty, I shall regard this as a reward for that effort.
Also honored were Sheila Ashinze for her role in promoting Nigerian music across the world. Dr. Obon King, a motivational speaker and security expert, was recognized for consistently engaging the youth in gainful ventures.
Sheila Okonji Ashineze, congratulations. God bless you. Congratulations. With compliments from me as the Arole Odua, Ooni of Ife. I'm giving you this award as the Peace Ambassador today and forevermore, Dr. Obon King. Congratulations.
You know, His Imperial Majesty moves with his own traditional radio station. So, please a round of applause for His Imperial Majesty.
This recognition of peace icons looks good to assume a continental dimension, according to the vision of His Imperial Majesty Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II, Ooni of Ife. Welcome back. Now, Your Imperial Majesty, your concern for peace seems extraordinary. Is there an encounter that you've had that has led you to this disposition?
Well, peace is an epitome of progress, is a catalyst to development, is a catalyst to essence of living, essence of mankind. We're in the same ecosystem in this world, and peace is a critical factor. Even if you fight war, you will come back to the round table, sit down and talk about the way forward. You don't settle disputes at the war front. You know the beginning of war, you don't know the end of it. So peace has always been the best strategy for human existence till date. So why not go through the route of peace and peaceful coexistence? For me, it's very critical for me to use the approach of carrot. And the approach of carrot has always been synonymous to peace. For me, I stand as an epitome of peace and peaceful coexistence. Oh yes, there will be disagreements. There will be all sorts of issues that can lead to discord, that can snowball to anything. But what is critical is the approach of peace. You can use it to achieve a whole lot. You can use it to even solve loads and loads of problems within the small community, within the nuclear family, within a bigger state and a country as a whole. So peace is very key.
Your disposition is quite generous, Kabisi. Even though you're of the Western extraction, I mean Western Nigeria extraction, and Ife is your domain basically, but your concern has been national. Let's see how concerned you are. See, in northern Nigeria today, the whole place is emerged with violence, banditry, insurgency, and all sorts. How hopeful are you that we can resolve this crisis quickly before it snowballs into everywhere?
Well, thank you very much. For me, as Ooni of Ife, my oversight role as a traditional leader and as the co-chairman of National Council of Traditional Rulers of this country, myself and His Eminence Sultan of course Sokoto, we are both co-chair to the apex body of all the traditional rulers of this country. Even my predecessors in the past, they played a very pivotal role. Even coming together of this country in October the 1st, 1960, I remember the Ooni of Ife that was there, Ooni Adesoji Aderemi, played a very pivotal role as the first Governor General in the whole of continent of Africa, and played a very pivotal role in bringing and cementing the coexistence of this nation. So it's something I inherited from the throne of Oduduwa, and coming from the southwestern extraction of Nigeria, it's very important for us to know that if we are saying we are at peace at a particular region, and a particular region is not at peace, obviously we are not going to have a very good way of resting things, because any part of this country that is affected, the whole part is affected. And that's the reason why the northern insecurity, it's a concern for all of us, particularly we the traditional rulers. What I would just advise is for us to engage the aggrieved party. Something is making them to be aggrieved, no doubt. We need to do another tactical approach, engage them. Why are you aggrieved? And the ones that are taking laws and taking it out of hands should be obviously cut off. But it's very important for us to engage them. We need to change strategy. We've been talking about this for almost a decade. We need to change our style and means and strategy of doing things, and we need to be tactical about how to resolve it. And we traditional rulers, we should engage our citizenry. We should engage because we are the closest to our people. We should engage them from time to time. We know the good, we know the bad, and we know the ugly. So it's very important for engagement. Very online, very just-in-time engagement.
Okay, Kabesi, going forward, national security system as it is in Nigeria has not proven adequate, leading many people to begin to resort or call for self-help, to the extent that the Southwest states have agreed to come up with a complementary security system, so to speak, Amotekun. It's happening in many other regions. There are vigilantes right here and there. And do you think we should, self-help should be more on the table for us?
Well, thank you very much. I like what you said. Complementary. As a country of 200 million, how many police force? Do you know the numbers? We're very under-policed and they are underfunded. It's very important for us to realize that a country called Nigeria, we are growing exponentially, and our demography is 70-30 for youth. Over 70% of the demography of Nigerian population are youth. They are the most active. That's the most active population in the world. The demand is much higher than others that are in the dependency category. So therefore, they need to be properly checked and properly policed. So therefore, we are very under-policed in this country. So what we are doing in Southwest, I'm one of the major pioneers of putting it together. It's to complement, and I appreciate all the governors of Southwest region being able to put that initiative together and seeing it to a logical conclusion. So we're just basically complementing the effort of the Nigerian police.
Is this state police coming through the back door?
Well, it's not avoidable. Nigeria as a nation has gotten to a level that we must have state police. It's very important because every state has peculiar culture. Every state in this country has peculiar characteristics. It's very important across board because we are of diverse country. We're speaking well over 200 languages in this country, and yet we are all one. A country that has that kind of diversity, and yet it's our strength. So we will be very different in terms of our background, our culture, and our heritage. We'll be very different. So it's important for us to have state by state policing. And well, if you say coming through the back door, it should be a welcome development from the federal government. We are complementing and helping what they're doing.
Youth involvement with violence seems to be on the rise due to perceived impoverishment, poverty, and then society too seems to be rewarding violence much more than people who are doing normal things and noble things. Why do you think we should continue on this trajectory?
It's not sustainable. We can't continue like that. It's not possible. A society of lawlessness and anarchy will resolve to something else. We don't pray for such. The federal government and even the state governments are trying. But what is important is to engage the youth the more. I've said it earlier on. The demography is very key, and they are the most active in the larger populace. So therefore, We need to do more engagement for them. Where is our sporting activities in Nigeria? It's dead. Where is our extracurricular activities, the social activities, our cultural activities? Things that are very massive, oriented employment drives and initiatives. These are things government should embark on. Get the youth of this country engaged. It's really, really going out of stock for things that will engage a lot of youths, and they're not investing in it. So I will continue to implore government for them to look at initiatives that will engage youth. When they're busy, we won't have any call to be calling for violence, and that can lead to something else.
Kabasi, you've been very much involved with the youth program and empowerment. Notably, is there any particular pet project that is new that you're embarking on presently as a way of soldiering youth?
Well, that's my greatest passion. I am so committed to youth and youth emancipation. Every minute I come up with initiatives. I have very millions of Nigerian youths that are following all the activities that I do on a daily basis. I am driven. Everything I do, I wake up, I think of the youth. I sleep, it's the youth I'm thinking. Everything I do, I'm whining and dining. It's all about youth and youth initiatives. So I can roll out 20 of those initiatives that are in the pipeline. But what is key is to continue to engage them. I have a very positive feedback from my community. We have near zero crime-free environment because I engage them, the high and the low. I engage them in agricultural activities. I engage them on daily basis. I get them busy. And as a result, it's really, really helping us to plan strategically for the community. So on the short run, we have our plan. Medium term, we have our strategy. And on the long go, we have a foreseeable strategy that we're looking at in terms of placing them into great and achievable things. So for youth, you not just need to engage them. They are very active. They're very restless. They believe that they cannot be told. That's all the characteristics of youth. So work towards their needs, and they are very easy to relate with.
Your word of advice, final word of advice, the young people.
My final word of advice to young people is for them to believe in themselves, believe in what they can do for the society, not what the society will do for them. Once they see things like that, they will do their very best, even if the system is frustrating them. Necessity is the mother of invention. Let them form their own ecosystem and carve a niche for themselves and put all their hopes in a very positive approach and dispense positive energy. God Almighty will continue to bless the entire Nigerian youth and all their endeavors.
Your Majesty, I'd like to thank you at this point for your time, and we hope when we knock at your doors again, they'll be open to us again. While I've been speaking with His Imperial Majesty, the Ooni of Ife, Oba Eniton Adeyeye Ogunwusi. Same time next week promises a better edition if you endeavor to be here. Until then, my name is Kali-Ikpe. Remain on the road to a violence-free Nigeria. Thank you.
No more.